Well, that D&D stuff being said, do we have any questions before we begin?
Do we level up?
I don't think so.
Oh, I got a 3 on
Can
my
I-
69. Fuck.
Can I roll for depression?
Yes.
You don't need to roll. You crit succeed.
Okay, I
Well,
just
you heard
barely
the
made
man.
it above the depressed mark.
You good.
D1000.
Wait, what?
Why is depression roll a D1000?
You know, lots of chances. That being said, what happened on our last episode of Lonesome West?
Last session we picked up after killing some bone devils and dealing with a rock. It wasn't great. We then continued throughout the rest of the Holy Empire, Odd reaching another end of his pole to find a small girl whose mother is dead and father, he assumes, is trapped in a different fucking plane that he can't get out of, and he's trying to figure out what to do on that. Before that, we tried going to Astris, but it's missing, and just found a guy named Elias who knows Corva, and gave us some information on him, a little bit of what's happened, and passed us off a staff of healing, and then left with the Raven Queen. We then went to, what's the city?
Heraclea.
Heraclea. God damn it. Where Charist needed to find Gaius Cyprianus, I think that's the name,
That is the name?
who is apparently her dad. She met up with him through some espionage bullshit. They had some talks. She left angry at him because she found out that her mother was drugged to be an amnesiac in regards to everything about Charist. And Charist then just left angry and is now crying in her inn room.
That is the thing that occurred. It is probably about midday at this stage. So you have the rest of the day to yourselves. What shall you do?
Just gonna.
I'm gonna
Hop
roll to
down.
cry.
You may roll to cry.
Hold on.
It's not it.
Oh wait, mean those. I forgot about those.
Gonna do a. I'm
I
gonna
keep
roll to see
forgetting
if
about
it's a.
smooth liquid.
I'm gonna roll to see if it's an ugly cry or a manly cry. Oh, it's an ugly cry.
Oh my
I hope you roll-
goodness!
I hope you rolled at disadvantage.
I didn't. I already rolled a 3. I don't know how much worse I can do.
You could
That
that
one.
one.
I'll do it again. Nope.
One higher.
I
That's
2
it.
and a 3.
The bad rolls are out.
I mean, I did roll a bunch of natural 20s yesterday, so this is fair. This is
Yeah.
understandable.
This is fitting.
I assume, given the fact that it's an ugly cry, it's somewhat audible since I'm just sort of like
Well, you
sitting on
slammed the door.
yeah, that is a thing that happened.
I looked
slammed
back.
the door. The windows are shut. I'm crying into one of my zombies.
Okay, that's unhygienic.
He's wearing clothes.
You're gonna get pink
It's
eye.
still rotting flesh.
That's fine.
That's not.
Is it better if I cry into one of the skeletons?
Yeah, actually.
Okay, I cry into Harold.
Okay.
He's the boy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sort of dangle off the roof, but via my hook blade, and just sort of knock on the window.
I throw a cover over myself.
Just gonna sort of let myself down onto the ledge and just. If the window is not open, I am going to make an opening.
It is not open. Clicky clack, you do what you're good at and open a window.
God damn it, why did you make another blight thing? Stop it! Every time it makes a new blight entry and I'm like, I already have it.
So what happened?
Leave me alone.
You're sitting in here crying.
And I didn't invite you in. Leave me alone.
No, and I usually don't ask for permission to enter places. What happened?
Leave me alone.
Did it go bad?
That's 2 times this week that men have broken into women's rooms to try to talk to them about their feelings.
Jesus, you're loud.
You are
I
very
didn't break
loud.
into that woman's room to talk about her feelings.
Oh!
He broke into her
That sounds
cell.
real bad.
No, he went into her cage
I went in there
to do that.
I went in there for personal reasons that are not sexual.
So was this.
No,
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't have
He did not have
relations
sexual
with that-
relations.
I did
with
not.
that
That
15-year-old.
still underaged woman. Let's remind you of that.
How old is she?
She's 16.
She's not underage in this world.
She's like 15, 16.
I
I
hate to tell
consider
you,
that
Chief.
underage.
Yeah, legally it's not though.
Listen, it's the dirge. All bets are off. However, in this campaign,
There's no loss where we're going.
So did it go bad?
I didn't kill him.
That doesn't mean it didn't go bad.
I thought about it before I went in.
Would that have really solved anything?
Nothing would have solved anything.
That's just defeatist. What happened, Caressed?
My mother doesn't remember me because the Emperor uses some sort of drugs on the people close to him to have them forget. Like secret things.
Chris, I don't know anything about drugs that make people forget shit, do I?
beyond the illicit substances, you'd probably be aware that they could exist and that they are probably out there, but you haven't dealt with them personally.
Mm.
They're like high class royal shit that you have to have proper chemical equipment to actually make, as opposed to the fun loving stuff you can do on the streets.
Yeah. I also have drugs that make me lose my memory, but it's a lot more fun. Yeah. Rin just sort of... I assume that the undead are sort of like guarding the bed, basically.
Yeah, there's like there's probably like 2 sitting on the bed with Karist, along with Wraith, and then like one's at the door, one was by the window but didn't do anything, he was just standing there, and then the others are just like surrounding the bed.
Yeah.
So there's 4 surrounding the bed.
A 4-poster bed, but with undead.
But with undead. They're holding up a fucking
They're holding the bed.
the canopy. They're holding the
Yeah.
canopy. Yeah.
Rin just sort of sighs and just says, "Well, so where is she now?"
She's still with him.
What are you going to do about her?
I want to kill the Emperor.
Ren's eyes just sort of visibly go wide, and
Hold on. I've got it.
just,
That jump immediately, just like, okay.
I've got it. It's right there. It's the Kermit.
Why are those always so timely?
The Kermits are perfect. I love them. Kermit can do no wrong.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Do you really think that's going to solve something, though?
I'll get her back. Actually, that's the perfect reaction.
Yeah, yeah, it is. So, If she's at the Emperor's side, right, then don't you think attacking the Emperor could put us into conflict with your mother?
Not if I get her memories back.
Do you have a plan to do that, though?
I have to look for some magic. Maybe some spells.
Who'd you learn all this from?
Him. Gaius.
Am I aware of who Gaius is?
No, not beyond like any little bit you've heard from Christ, which she's been very tight-lipped.
Yeah, I don't...
She basically came to town as like, yo, I have something to do, and everyone's like, Chris, you have something to do? She's like, yeah, bye.
You know, that's very accurate.
I'm the only one who knows about Gaius, I think.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think between all the conversations,
I think it got mentioned to in the last couple.
I think I showed Odd a letter, and it was addressed to Gaius, and then she said it was from her mother.
yeah, and you've mentioned Gaius while in town here in Heraclea, but you haven't gone into detail.
Yeah, she's never called him her father.
You only ever mentioned Gaius, like, at the water elemental thing.
Who exactly is Gaius in all of this, then?
My father.
How do you react to seeing you?
Surprised.
Good surprise or bad surprise?
Both.
How so?
I don't know. I don't care.
Do you really not care, or are you just overwhelmed with the reality you're experiencing right now?
Don't patronize me.
Chris, that's a lot. To come into contact with one of your parents after 3 decades? I've been where you're standing.
Chris is sitting.
It's a figure!
I know, that's just freedom being a little shit.
There's a lot of, tension that happens. I still harbor ill will towards my father for getting my family into this mess. But I think at the end of the day, he was just trying to do what he thought was best. Perhaps guys, whatever happened, might have been doing the same.
It doesn't mean I have to forgive him or like him. Or speak with him.
It doesn't mean any of those things, but I do think that if you don't take the chance to actually look at all the options, or possibly even see things from his point of view for but a moment, you lose out on a chance that some of us don't get. There's a lot of people who go out on quests like you and I did, trying to find our parents. And there's a lot of us who don't succeed, and who don't come back.
Well, I'm not done. He abandoned me and my mother now. And if he wants to come back and find me, then he can have his own journey. I'm done with him.
Did he give a reason for abandoning the two of you?
Nothing that felt reasonable.
What was the reason?
The Emperor.
The one that they say is almost godlike in power?
Sure.
It's hard to turn someone like that down. Whether it be greed or fear. If he reacted even remotely positively to seeing you again, then that means he might not have wanted to give you up. And, I don't know if you've noticed the track record that we've seen with royalty, but they kind of are bent on getting their way.
You let my mother think she couldn't have children.
What was the other possibility? What happened to you or your mother or him if he didn't go down that path?
I don't care. He hurt her. That's on him, not the Emperor.
There's fault to be had with Gaius, yeah?
Pardon?
There's fault to be had with Gaius, yeah, but sometimes we have to pick the lesser of two evils to protect people that we care about.
You're not going to change my mind about him.
No. But I just want you to consider all options.
I've had a long time to consider before meeting him.
Yeah.
I've known what he's done for a long time. He has to earn my forgiveness. And he's done nothing to do it so far.
Then give him the chance to, over time, Chris. Shutting the door off permanently is never going to let him try.
I'm not shutting the door. But he has to work as hard as I have.
I'm sure if he's any type of respectable man, he will. Ren just sort of stands up from where he was, sort of half crouching. And I guess, as much as I really hate to commit to something like this, we're gonna help you get your mom back from the Emperor. We should probably do some research on any spells or medicines that help with memory loss. I'm willing to look around while we're here in the city and see if anybody can give me some info.
Chris just solemnly nods.
And just sort of steps to the bed, pushes the undead aside. He's like, "Oh, fuck, I don't care about these nerds." And just gives you a tight hug and just says, "It's all gonna work out in time. You got this. Guess it's time to get to work." And he's just gonna give you a pat on the head and then just dip out the window.
Yoink.
The undead that's by the window, I'm gonna say it's Stuart, closes it. very politely.
Stuart's just like, didn't even close it behind him. What the fuck?
What a dick.
I guess this is my job.
It's one of those like backwards jump out the windows. Just bye. Yeet.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Pretty much.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Are you okay?
Hello?
Hello? I'm dying.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Are you?
Hello?
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 You sound fine.
Hello?
Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile. Free, are you back?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, my computer screen's frozen, but apparently I can hear.
That's good. Let's
Well,
start.
That's an upside.
Ah, okay. It's fixed now.
Very good.
You guys remember my computer making terrible sounds? Yeah, it's doing that right now.
Computer couldn't believe Ren having like an actual like caring moment. And to be fair, neither can I.
He was just like, wow, I can't believe Bren doesn't hate Christ.
Why would I?
Because she's lame.
Just because
Wow.
you've been a twat doesn't mean I hate you.
Because you're a nerd.
You're just a product of your environment.
Bren would be the type to fucking knock over Chris books in school.
No, he wouldn't.
Probably, actually.
After he found out how crazy she was.
He wouldn't shove her into a locker. He would just like knock her books down.
No. He would trip you. Because no one can keep track of that. Come on.
Corvo would shove her in a locker.
No, Corvo would
Yes.
get shoved in lockers.
Doesn't even say no, just yes.
No, Corvo would get shoved in the lockers, but then he'd like
He picks on the
he'd
smaller
write
people
death
because of
threats
that.
to their family.
Yeah, no,
no.
he's the bully that's the byproduct of bullying.
Yeah, like I said, he'd get bullied and then he'd write very threatening death threats to the people's families.
You and I have very different ideas of what a normal bully is.
I don't know. It sounds like stereotypical high school bully to me.
I
I never
what high
dealt with,
schools did you go to?
I never dealt with that.
I don't know, this man. It sounds normal to me.
That being said,
I put him in D&D because I don't know if I can say it out loud.
oh no, don't say that.
That's why I didn't say it.
That being said, Chris has left to her own devices. What is the rest of the group doing? Not Ren. Because I think he actually has business.
Yeah.
If anything.
Sleeping.
You're sleeping in the middle of the day?
Who are you,
Taking a
Sycamore?
nap.
That's
I
valid.
need a new raised dead diamond.
You need a new diamond. You want to go shopping?
Yeah, I go buy a new raised dead diamond because I had to use the other one on a fucking rock daddy.
Yep. You find the jeweler.
Rock
Please don't
Daddy.
call it a rock daddy. I hate that.
That's why I said it.
You find the jeweler. He seems to be packing up a cart to ship his stuff out. He is closing his shop and he's piecing out of this town as stuff to the northeast is not going well. However, one less jewel he has to take on the road is one less jewel he might get robbed of, so he's willing to sell it to you.
I mean, money is still money.
Yeah, that
Money
just
is
means
still
that's
money.
500 gold that he can get robbed of. Like, hold up.
Yeah, that's 500 gold that gets taken out of his pocket. However, I'm taking that gold out of my pocket and getting that diamond.
Cha-ching.
I don't really have anything else.
That is fair. Then Rin, business.
Hello. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna go to probably like the shadier part of town. That's seems like the people who I might be able to intimidate into giving me information. Or maybe I could just find like a nice nerd.
That is up to you. It is a fairly small town here. There isn't really a particularly bad side of town. There's probably like a little slummy part of town where the just like day workers and laborers out in the countryside tend to live. But it's generally a fairly nice neighborhood. You also do note, whether it's because of the war effort that's going on very near the border to the east of here, whether it's due to all of the incursions of fiends and other infernal beings, either way, there's a whole lot of military presence, even in these slummier parts of town. They are just generally doing patrols. Most of them are not on edge, but they are aware. They are full decked out in their plate mail. They are ready to party if they need to. It is a change of pace from the various other cities, because even somewhere that was very militant, such as Bastion, still didn't really have like a military presence walking down the street. This is a much different mood that the city offers.
There's not like a really like rough spot. Hold on, wait. I need to check my inventory. See if I have the means of doing this. I'm pretty sure I have gems. I just don't have normal money. Yeah, okay. I assume even a small town like this might have an information broker, right?
Give me an investigation check.
I'll guidance that. Well, doesn't matter if it's a natural one.
I haven't seen it.
What?
Yeah, we don't see it yet.
Hasn't rolled.
It's right there, Chris.
It's not.
Okay. Well,
Oh, there it goes. Yes. Kind of going around, doing your rounds about the town. You do eventually get led to generally the same place that Chris just came from. And talking to a few clerks in the main governmental office, you eventually get led to this administrator who is well known in the community, and people talk to him like that, but you do get the sense that some of that is thieves' cant, that he is well known in the community. You eventually meet him. He is a spry young man, and he greets you well and asks what business you may have.
looking for information for a friend. Trying to figure out if there's any spells or medicine that could help in terms of memory loss.
That'd be something you'd much more be found out from an alchemist, I imagine. Is there any particular medicine that you're looking into?
Anything that can get rid of the heavy stuff.
Certainly out of my needs. I can associate you with the local alchemist if he's still in town, of course.
Just point me in the direction.
And he gives you the address of the local alchemist.
Yeah, just toss him like a silver for his troubles and just immediately start hightailing it that way.
You indeed show up there. The alchemist is dealing with a lot of people in front of you, but eventually clears through all his other customers and is willing to help you.
Okay, I'm the only person in here, yeah?
Yeah, like there's probably some people around the, the building itself, but you can have a private moment if you need to.
It's fine. If I need a private moment, I'll make it a private moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rin just sort of says, I'm looking for any sort of brews or spells that you could think of that might be able to help in memory loss. Heavy-duty memory loss.
Well, that, I imagine that a cleric that is capable of something such as greater restoration would be capable of fixing this. There are many spells out there, such as suggestion and mass suggestion that I'm aware of.
Even if it's chemically caused?
Chemically caused? I don't see why not. There are a few mind-altering substances that we can serve here, particularly those who are suffering from nightmares, for instance. If you don't wish to be plagued with those in the day, we can certainly prescribe them, but for those who have realized that the chemicals were not to their needs, we usually just send them to the general or local cleric.
Alright, this might be easier than I thought it was. What do they need to cast this? Greater Restoration, you said it was?
He kind of calls over like one of the people in the building who knows that better, and he gives you the diddle. Because I don't really know what those components are.
Diamond dust for
Is it diamond dust? Yeah, it's it. Diamond dust.
Oh, it's not on mine because I have it in a different thing. There you go.
But yeah, just diamond dust. 100 gold's worth at least.
Would I perchance be able to procure that here, or would I need it from somewhere else?
I certainly have some of that, and he presents that to you. You can pay for it if you choose.
Would this man be okay with being paid in a gym that's worth 100 gold?
Sure.
Alright, easy.
He's an alchemist.
One
He can
for
break
another.
that down for chemicals.
Yeah. Alright, this is easier than I thought it'd be. Alright, I'm heading back. I ain't got shit else to do.
That is fair. You guys take the time for the rest of your day if you have anything you choose to do. Otherwise, the day can pass. It is up to you.
If this was any larger of a town, I'd go and rob people. Also, there's a shit ton of soldiers around. I just really don't want to deal with that.
Everyone's on fucking edge. It's probably not easy pickings at all. It's probably the opposite.
I don't know if you understand this, but easy pickings for me is a far higher bar than anyone else's. Anyone short of a god is easy picking. Yeah, I say that, and then the next person I try to pickpocket is gonna have like a 30 passive.
Yeah, no, you say that, and it's just like, yeah, and DM rules can be a thing. DM can just overrule a lot.
You know, just beat the 30. It's easy.
They have natural 20.
That's not the way that a passive works.
Alright, a passive, well.
Yeah, I got nothing to do.
Hold on, I'm fixing a thing. I did it. Very well. Nothing occurs for the rest of the day. It is a peaceful day in this small but bustling city area of the Holy Roman Empire. Yeah, sure, the Holy Empire.
I mean, basically, right?
No, it's not Germany.
The Holy Roman Empire.
Listen, they pretended to be Roman.
And holy, and an empire.
Yeah, it's true. But the
Wait, so what were they then?
German.
They're Germany?
Fake.
What?
Why does Germany keep coming to topic today?
I don't know.
But nevertheless, the day does pass and the morning does come.
Wait.
Uh-huh.
I need to roll something real quick. Hold on. I'm gonna roll this GM.
Do it.
Oh, cool. Okay. At night, I will go out and find a graveyard.
Oh. Yes. You kind of talk to some of the shadier individuals that are walking the streets at night. You eventually get... What?
I said, finally, we're doing some grave robbing. I've been waiting for this day.
You talk to one of the guards who is suspicious while you're inquiring about the local cemetery
I'm
at
not
night.
gonna ask a guard about a
Okay.
graveyard.
But,
I'll ask about a church.
Okay, but you are directed to one that's just outside the city walls, if you choose.
Sure. Is there anyone around?
Beyond at the gates, no, it's pretty empty as you go. You have to cross a small little field. There's only a small little dirt road that leads up a hill. But eventually you come to a very small temple, smaller than the one that you noticed you walked past in the city proper. And it just has a fair cemetery out kind of overlooking the the large lake to the north.
I have Harold with me, so he's my only undead with me because he's fast. And can I find one of the older graves?
Give me an investigation check.
Probably like one of the like shittier ones. Not doesn't have like a nice headstone or anything. It's just kind of there. 27.
Yeah,
I want to make
easy
sure
enough.
nobody's gonna come to visit it.
Going to one of the corners of the cemetery, you do find a section that has several toppled tombstones. The tombstones themselves have just been weathered by age and are basically just smoothed out by the rain and whatnot.
Okay. Then I will use Nightcaller, which I don't have its stuff in my thing.
Is that one word? No, I think I found it.
It you should find it.
Yes.
Well, I would love to find it if. Okay, I found it. Yes. Also carved from transparent crystal. Blah blah blah. Blow the whistle in darkness or under the night sky. It allows you to cast the animate death spell. The target can be affected through 10 feet of soft earth or similar material, and if it is, it takes 1 minute to crawl its way to the surface to serve you. Once the whistle has animated an undead creature, it can't do so again until 7 days have passed. Once every 24 hours, you can blow the whistle to exert control over 1 or 2 creatures you animate with it.
Indeed. And as such, you kind of give your little whistle out. It has a almost bone-chilling tone to it as you do. And you're just
I hear Harold rattle?
a little bit. He resonates with it.
What time of night is this?
What was that?
What time of night is this happening?
Like super late. I
Probably
imagine.
Dead of night.
midnight to 3 a.m.
The witching hour.
Which-
That being said, you kind of whistle it out, and it just kind of echoes across the field for a moment. And it almost feels like nothing happened, but after a moment, you just begin to hear the movement of earth below you kind of like move out of the way, and soon, in very like Dawn of the Dead fashion, a hand comes out of the ground itself and begins to tear out a full body.
If it's older, it's probably a skeleton.
Yes, so we will go with a skeleton.
Okay. All right. I will take like a cloak or something and put it around him. So he just looks like he's just like a little hooded figure, like just huddling up. And I will take my new skeleton.
You do so. You have a new friend. And otherwise, you head back to the tavern and get the rest of your sleep.
Yep.
Such is that.
So, we're using the skeleton, huh?
Are you saying that in character?
I don't know if Ren would be awake. I know he stays up super late out of habit, but I don't fucking know.
He'll probably notice another undead added to
I
Yeah,
generally-
you all are capable of basic math,
Well-
so...
I generally keep track of things that I dislike.
Can you just make a copy of Harold or Asher, and I'll just change the name. And in the morning, I will go by myself, and I will get more materials to make another outfit for him. I couldn't read the name on the tombstone, could I?
No, it was completely worn down.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I will get the materials. I don't know how much gold that will cost. It's like black cloth and
50
threads.
gold. Actually, 20 gold. I lied.
Wow, everything's expensive. Okay.
It's the red.
I-
The red does it.
Oh, I'm not getting red cloth. I'm just getting like red twine, or not twine, but like thread, so I can
Fuck
make
you,
the.
50 or 20. I don't know. You pick one.
I'll choose 15 because it's mostly all black, so it's a real easy color.
I said it incorrectly like 3 times, so I give up. You pick.
Jesus.
I forgot how to use words, you pick.
I'm not caffeinated enough to do math, so I'm just gonna do this. There we go. All right. That's not how much gold I have, so it's just don't panic. And then I will use the fabricate spell to make it quick and easy, and put him in his new outfit.
It finishes with a nice zipping noise.
Hold on, I gotta get my name sheet out.
Oh
Hold on,
boy.
that's the wrong sheet of paper. I've had this sheet forever.
It's so loud. Please stop. I have a headache.
I'm sorry, I didn't know it was that loud. Okay. You know what? I like this one. His name's Kenneth.
Kenneth. Hello, dear Kenneth. How's your day, Kenneth?
Hey, yo, Kenny, what's up?
Fun
I
fact,
know,
that was
Kenny.
one of Corvus' brother's names that he stabbed to death.
Oh,
Well, we found him.
Well, it's not his name anymore.
Oh, dude, I found him. What up?
Buried far away from the rose garden.
So don't worry about it.
Wait, fuck. Wait, did we move the bodies with us when we moved the house?
Yeah.
probably.
I would assume we took like the entire ground.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So I still have my family's bodies. Cool.
There's
Should
probably,
I ever need them?
there were probably skeletons in that pit that you created.
Can I also get a +1 short bow and a +1 short sword?
You may.
How much for each of those?
You also
They're
want to stock
uncommon.
up on arrows?
How much do we have in the bag?
80.
Is that low?
Yeah.
I'll also get 20 arrows, so we have a nice even hundo.
I haven't been able to buy arrows for like the past 6 times. I've been broke.
So how much is +1 short bow, +1 short sword? They're uncommon items, and then just normal 20 normal arrows. I think it's 1 silver for that many arrows.
Yeah, let me see the arrows first. 1 gold for 20 arrows.
1 gold. Okay, that's fine.
And then for the short bow, 150. For the short sword, 120.
So you said short bow 150
And short sword, 120.
for +1?
Yes.
Okay. Can I get 3 short swords in that case?
You may.
Okay.
It scales to the pricing.
150 plus 720 times 3.
Yeah, why are these undead getting better fucking deals on weapons than we do?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well, they're just +1 weapons. We don't
You know how
need
much I
plus-
paid for this longbow I got?
We don't need +1. We need better.
Okay. Then I will
Listen, those
give-
undead know those prices are to die for.
Actually, I'll get another 20 arrows because I need to give Kenneth some, and then I need to give
Wait,
I
I
need
just
to
found
restock some of
Ren.
my other boys.
Like in D&D chat.
You found what?
Ren.
I'm a luxury not even I can afford.
That's very good. That's very Ren. Hold on, there's gonna be a response. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. That's my shopping, so someone else can go.
+2 shield, even though I don't have the money to buy it.
Oh boy. +2 shield is a rare or very rare? I think it's a very rare.
It's
Rare. You keep pricing it like a very rare, though.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's
And I-
okay. I don't have the money to buy it. I
Listen, if
just
you
want to
find
know
it,
if they
tell me
have
about it. And if they have plus armor, I might steal that.
Wait, our proficiency bonus is +5 now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My boys have better
Damage.
damage.
They have better Damahe, but they don't have a better to hit.
No, it's fine. I mean, they kind of do because I upgrade the short swords.
Well, they do, but not the others. Zombies are still there, just like we get fucked.
Oh wait, I never. Ooh, I've been doing 1 less damage than I should on my +1 short bows. Whoops.
But yes, it is 7,500.
So they do have one.
They do.
Goodness. 7,500. I definitely don't have that much.
How would you feel about the 5-finger discount?
What?
Stealing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Have
right.
you never heard that?
No.
No,
I've
I've
heard
heard it. I just didn't remember it.
Lance doesn't like the Holy Empire, so take that as you will. He likes helping people, which is why he did the charity thing before, but as a government as itself, he doesn't like the government. I need nothing else. I can't afford that shield.
Such is the way. Anyone else have any business in Heraclea?
Probably that next day. Rin just sort of knocks on Chris' window again.
Is it the same day as earlier, or the day after she got a new undead?
New day.
The day you got a new undead.
Okay.
Gonna make me have to let myself again.
No. Stuart will open the window, but he'll groan while he does it.
It's just Rin
Oh,
taking
you're
out his
back.
fucking thieves' tools. It's like,
It's one of those like long poles that you jam in, and you're just like, well, now I gotta put it back. God damn it.
If Stuart could talk, it'd just be like, "Oh, you are back."
he's just fucking dangling from his like wrist, like trying to like jimmy it back into his fucking pack. It's like, or into the fucking back hole. It's like, God fucking just swings in. Catch. And he just tosses a small like baggie at Chris.
I catch it. What is it?
You kind of like unwrap it and notice that it is diamond dust.
Did you give
Oh,
me
shit.
cocaine?
Don't snort that.
Yeah, that'll cut the shit out
Yeah,
of you.
you want to
Oh, yeah.
lacerate yourself real fast,
The
nostrily.
ultimate
No,
high.
what
That-
you do is you snort some
Dude.
diamond dust, you get all those cuts, and then you snort cocaine, and then
Dude.
you get high
The
faster.
way Rin wants
Just
to go
snort
out
it.
is just snorting 1,000 gold worth of cocaine and diamond dust. Just,
I'm a luxury even I can't afford.
Just snort it off. It's just like, why do
just
I
a
smell iron?
mixture, and he's just like, and now I can fade away in a
You know
blink.
what, like the real asshole thing to do though is just get some glass, like powdered glass, and
Oh,
then you
God.
sell that as cocaine.
I mean, yeah, no, it's basically the same thing with diamonds.
I hate it.
So
Ruin-
good.
Man, the chaotic good, like, vigilante thing to do would be, like, to ruin the cocaine market by selling powdered glass.
That's fucked up.
It's terrible! Anyway, what's Ren doing?
When we find your mom, give that to Odd. He should be able to cast a spell that can bring your memory back. At least, that's what the alchemists have been saying.
We can try, but I don't know how strong the what is it? What do they call it?
Amnestics.
Amnestics. I don't know how strong the amnestics were, or if they had any magical components.
Well, from what the alchemist said, this should work for most things, but I don't know if he's aware of the more powerful things that are on the market.
Should be noted, you did not ask about amnestics.
Ren probably doesn't know the term.
Chris told him.
No, she
I
didn't.
said I didn't say amnestics
Oh,
because
fair
Freedom
enough.
forgot how to say the word, but I said
Okay,
things that
yeah.
bugs make me forget things.
Chris uses her best words.
Also, no, Chris. I said even if it was chemically based. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
What? What is an amnestic then, if not something? If it's not a chemical used to induce memory loss?
It is indeed that.
Yeah, and I asked him about it, and he said this should work.
Yeah, he gave you an example of a mind-altering chemical. And how do you usually fix that?
I feel like I'm being baited here. Like, I feel like I'm in Valorant about to peek a corner with a friend, and he's gonna back away the moment I swing that corner, and I'm gonna die. I can feel it in my bones.
Speaking of bones, you see another skeleton.
Yeah, he was about to say something about that. Well, if this doesn't work, we'll just have to find another way. But it's what my search could find me. Where'd you get the new set of bones?
Oh, this is Kenneth.
Okay, but where?
Where?
Mm-hmm.
He was in a grave.
Wasn't your whole bit about getting people who needed to atone for stuff that they did in life?
I need more help. I chose from an old grave. The tombstone was so written off I couldn't see his name.
So you're abandoning your values.
It was more like a guideline.
Wow.
How much HP does your skeleton have?
That's the most neutral thing I've heard in a while. It's more like a guideline.
Guess what her alignment is now?
Yeah, I know.
Just gotta real quick.
What was her alignment before?
She was
Yeah,
chaotic
good.
good before, and now she's neutral.
Interesting.
She switched from
Or chaotic
neutral a while ago. No,
Welcome
not
to the
chaotic neutral, just neutral.
Ah.
Welcome to the neutral lifestyle.
True neutral.
Chaotic neutral should be a worse person.
Yeah, chaotic neutral, she just wouldn't give a fuck.
Honestly, probably would have attacked Gaius.
I mean, close.
This isn't free, it's fine.
I just thought about it real hard. There were several ways that could have gone, and one of them was just her undead ripping him apart. You ever have an evil break?
Yeah, actually. Also, skeletons only have like 20 HP. Okay. We're
Normal
just gonna-
skeletons.
Yeah. Well, normal skeletons only have 13 HP. But,
Ah,
Right.
shit.
we're just gonna sort of look back between the new skeleton and you and just say, alright then. And, just gonna give you a curt nod and just climb out of the window.
The window is
Thank
shut.
you.
Climb out of the window.
Chris says thank you for the powder.
I was fully ready for there to be no thank you.
No.
Oh yeah, cause the fucking the undead you summon get like bonus HP equal to like your wizard level.
Yep.
Oh god, wizard level.
They're special.
Yeah, it's a bitch to update. Speaking of which, 13 plus. Yeah, I need to update their health. Fuck!
Eh. That being said, what is the plan?
Oh, you want me to help? Alright, give me
I'll,
like a moment.
How fucking mean would it be for me to sneak into the room at night and kill that skeleton and return it to a grave?
It'd be very mean.
I don't have a problem with it. What the fuck is this?
What do you mean?
I just got an alert on my desktop. Haven't had that happen before. I don't got a problem with it as long as it's, you're following your, quote unquote moral compass here. Wait, you just disturbed somebody's fucking grave. That's fucked.
Eh. He wasn't utilizing it effectively.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go kill this undead at night.
I didn't say that in character, you don't know!
Yeah, no, that was the push for me, Jerry. Besides, don't forget who you are.
Don't forget who you are.
Rest in peace, Kenneth. One session.
I think some people would tell me to forget who I am.
Yeah, it's also a very simple go. Just throw the smoke bomb, kill the undead, walk away. Easy. Take the skull so he can't be reanimated.
Just yeet it out into the street.
No, just take it and put it in the bag. I don't actually know if I can one-shot a skeleton.
Maybe.
Which is a sad thing to say from a level 12 rogue.
If you got your sneak attack, you should be able to.
You got your Sunblade.
I don't have that.
Shit. Then I hate to tell you,
stole
but I
that,
get
didn't you?
fucked.
I think I sold it.
Just go up to Lance. Hey, can I borrow something?
Can I borrow your sword real quick?
I mean, I think I one-turn it for sure. But yes, this is actually something that's happening.
Nevertheless, the group joins together for breakfast at the tavern that is here. You are ready to set off if you choose. The question begins. Where are you heading?
Chris, can we go back to that map real quick?
Oh, do you need to be on that map? I can take you there.
I do. I was setting up stuff so Zelf could fix my voice.
I thought Zelf was doing it.
No, that's me.
What shall you do?
I
Well,
guess we just go where we're supposed to go then.
yeah, Chris needs to
I mean,
go
unless
Calderum.
Ren is saying something.
I got nothing to say.
Okay, well, you were saying stuff earlier and then quit on it.
It's
So
fine. Yeah, it's fine.
okay, you can switch us back to the other one, Zelfor. They should all be good. So if you can just change their tokens, they're like update their tokens. They're all perfect now. Where are we going?
That's the question.
Well, you're the only one who really has. Like, I've got the little girl with me. I'm still trying to fucking figure that one out. And you've got one direction you need to go. Nobody else really needs to go anywhere. Actually, did Zoe ever get a beat on her?
Yeah, that's
her
probably the big thing.
You haven't asked.
I don't remember where she got a pull from last time.
Last time she checks it every night. However, the last time you really asked was closer to Astris, and she said westish.
Okay, so generally up here somewhere. Whereas we're right here and we could go down this way. And then take a trip up.
Are at breakfast, are we around people? Are there other people around during breakfast?
Just the general crowd of the tavern, but it's not like people are lurking over you.
I'll wait till we're leaving. And I will talk to everyone and say, I want to go to Caldarum.
Isn't that the capital?
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with that. I can throw paint at the Emperor's house.
I want to kill him.
Oh, we can do that too. I'm okay with that.
Wait. What?
He has my mother.
So guys told you that your mom's over there? Why
Yeah.
do you need to kill him though? Does he have her hostage or something?
Essentially. She worked on projects for him, and people like that they force them to take amnestics, make them forget. She forgot about me. Guys didn't do anything about it, so I'm going to.
Well, I don't know anything about killing the Emperor, but if he gets in our way, then he gets in our way, so be it. Whatever happens, happens. But if your mom's in there and you want to get her out, I'll help you.
Chris nods.
What shall you do?
Ren is just fucking silent.
Ren is muted.
Unless-
He's
Ow.
there. He's
Oh
gone.
no.
The group turns to Ren as he collapses.
Is Scourge just fucking die?
Nevertheless, you know where your pull is, Odd, and you know where your destination is. Do you have a heading?
What?
What do you mean, what?
Do you have a headache? What?
Heading.
Oh.
Our heading is literally with us. Or my heading, at least.
That's
What are
true.
you talking about?
But where are you heading? What is your heading? Where is your heading? Where are you going?
Oh, the group. We're going to Caldera.
If that is the choice.
Oh, he's just gone from Roll20 as well. He's just dead.
Yeah. It's an internet poo-poo.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he just said his net is out.
You want
Yes.
to wait a bit?
We could wait a bit.
Just wait a bit.
I'm down with just vibing.
I'm giving net.
God.
I'm sending him a sad turtle.
Oh, wait, he had a storm?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. That could have been the case. God, I still need to figure out what the fuck to do with this little girl.
Now's your moment.
Use her to kill the Emperor.
Ha!
Easy.
I-
Kill
I-
two birds with one stone.
I throw her at the Emperor.
I mean, that's all. That's one of the options.
Is
I'm
it?
not-
You kill her.
See,
Oh.
I was literally told.
You throw her
Hey,
at the
it-
Emperor. Yeah,
I
she'll
was
die.
literally told
then.
embrace the darkness or kill her, and I'm not fucking killing her, and I'm not making her just
Oh, right.
hate everything.
Kenneth walks along the continents, crushing everything. Two of him.
Oh. I didn't know he was so aggro.
He's so big.
You thought Ragnarok was what we had to be afraid of. No, it's the giant fucking skeletons trouncing the entirety of the landscape.
Look at them.
They'll be the ones to pat the ground into the... Or weather the ground into
The
the
minks
ocean.
shall inherit the earth.
And then I just turn on it and they're both fucking shambles.
How far is it?
Alright.
Let's see. From Calderum and doing this business, if you took a straight shot, you're about 1,000 miles from the west coast.
Yeah, we're...
West
If you
side?
took that way to the west coast, but realistically, you're like 100 miles.
100
mean-
miles? What?
What? This
Yeah.
is also the West Coast.
Okay.
This is also
Yeah, I
the
mean,
west
yes,
coast, correct?
yes.
This isn't the end goal, though, Zelfor. Fuck you.
Well, I said if we were going by the end goal, yeah, but technically, the shorter way is right here at 100 miles.
All right, but when we're talking about as far west coast as we could possibly get, this is it, or this, or this. It's one of these three points. I actually think it's this one.
No, you're heading to Kimberly, so you're up here.
I know, but I'm adding to Zelf's meme and saying that this is
Oh, I
probably
see.
the westest
Realistically,
coast because this is
from
the farthest
Caldera,
point.
it'll probably be more like this because we get distracted.
No,
Oh yeah.
no, it'll be like
Wait, we're not going here.
Excellent,
We're not
Zelfor.
going here.
and then down here, and then we gotta make a quick side track, and then
All right, but
Wait, why are we stopping in the ocean?
there
all
you
right,
go.
but once we're done with Caldera, when are we gonna take the trek here?
One day.
Like Horizon.
Epilogue. We'll edit it in post.
See, I was pointing to here. If fuck going to here, unless I'm desperate.
Yeah, that's the naughty zone.
We'll
That's-
edit it in post. Don't
That's
worry.
the points of no return.
Not inherently. We've seen people return.
Well, we don't know fully about Agent and Ayumi. No one really knows. If people were told by them, then they were just deemed insane.
The age bit is a bit strange. The
Oh yeah,
rest
no.
isn't, though.
The fact that he's like an elf that's thousands of years old, we're just like, fuck, what the hell happened to you? Why are you like this?
Why are you here?
I give a few more moments, and if not, we continue.
Wait, we're gonna continue?
Yeah.
But he's not here.
Don't worry about it.
What? Okay.
Guys, I have 9 undead.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
they grow.
My boys, they grow in number.
Also, if I forget, somebody remind me that before we do your little break your mom out of an emperor's house bit, why don't we have a hero's feast so that I can actually use this spell?
It'd be
got a
very
bowl?
wise.
I got a bowl.
Yeah,
Ah.
Heroes Feast would be a great idea, but before going into a possible Dragone fight,
Mm-hmm.
More HP. Immunity.
that you don't have to
frightened.
worry about their frightening presence.
It's true.
I don't know if
Because he's a
poison
poison
will ever come
dragon,
into
you'll be
effect.
immune to his damage.
I don't think he's a poison dragon. I'm
Also-
gonna guess that he's fire.
If he's a poison dragon, my boys are golden.
They just so
They
Calder's
eat
just
his
It turns out you were the fated
Call
enemy
this-
all along.
breath.
Calder's just blast them on. They're just standing there like, hi.
It's just like how if you build a clay golem, you can just boxing match a Tarask.
Yeah.
It's true.
What's it gonna
Who would win?
do?
The highest CR in the monster manual? One Clayboy.
What clay? I forgot about that meme.
It was such a man. D&D memes was subreddit was just on it that week. They were so happy about it.
He's typing some.
I haven't
He's
checked
typing.
D&D memes for a while.
They got some good ones. They don't.
I have to,
There's no more.
I have to go through my
Frostbite,
memes today.
but- I gotta get my daily
To cycle through my
meme
memes.
injection.
I just haven't touched Reddit for a while.
He's typing.
I'm enjoying Reddit.
He's tippy
You
topping.
always enjoy Reddit. You enjoy
He's a
Reddit even in its like darkest areas.
He's a Tonka
I
truck.
embrace its darkest areas and post them in horrible things.
You do.
I saw one about an anime girl fucking a tank. It was something.
I've seen that. I've seen that anime. It's called Cold War.
Wait, what?
Actually, I'm gonna use this moment to get a drink. I'll be right back.
I'm gonna look at memes.
Give him your energy.
Oh yeah, I played fucking nothing but Graveyard Keeper yesterday, and I wanted to die.
Well, it's perfect. You're in a graveyard.
I still have yet to figure out how to make zombies, and I've been trying to make the health potion for the witch lady in like the
have you
southwest.
have you unlocked that locked area of the basement?
I've cleared out the entirety of the basement.
But have you gone to the locked area, like the gate where Snake stands?
Oh no.
You need to go. You need to
What?
try and get into that.
Oh shit, do I need to interact with Snake before I can do that?
Yes.
God damn it.
You gotta get the notes and this key and stuff for the astrologer, and then you gotta give the key to Snake. But first you have to talk to him and have 5 faith to get him to talk to you.
Yeah, hold on. Do I have any faith or do I not? I probably no. Actually, I don't. I used up the 7 I had. I gotta wait 2 days. That's the one downside I'm feeling in this game is that in order to get like a lot of shit done, I gotta wait for the one specific day where I can get shit.
I mean, then you have days where you can do other stuff.
And I don't want to do the other stuff.
You
Like-
gotta do the other stuff if you want to complete the game.
Like beekeeping? Ugh.
I mean, if you don't feel like beekeeping, just make a bunch of money and buy like beeswax or something from the beekeeper.
Yeah, I could probably just do that.
That's what I do when I need candles. I just buy beeswax. Well, so you don't have to beekeep every day. You can just do it every few days or a day where you're like, I don't have anyone to talk to.
Yeah. It's not entirely like fucking Stardew Valley where you gotta check everything.
Nope. Graveyard Keeper's a good game.
It is. It's just very, very grindy.
I think it's just the nature of those games.
Yeah. It's less grindy than Stardew, which I feel like I should be fine with Graveyard Keeper since I played a shit ton of Stardew, but at the same time, I've had a massive hiatus between then and now. Good night.
Bless.
Whew. Whoa.
Do a thing. Zoink. Zoink.
Oh God, why the fuck
Good.
is this on my timeline?
Fuck God.
God, that scared the shit out of me.
Scared the shit out of me too.
Yeah, I was like, where the fuck is Milky here?
I
Why
didn't know that was a
milky?
milk initially.
That's not even milky.
Yeah, that's
that really not milky?
fucking
Good.
moon.
Fuck
Uh,
God.
Is that his
It
brother?
sounds like Milky.
That's moon.
It does.
Moon.
I know, but it sounds like Milky.
Moon,
It's like the
milk,
same, like-
thing.
It's the same tone, I guess.
The
Chris,
way
did
it
I
was-
tell you that
They have the
when-
same. They have the same pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we were on
the-
VR chat with Moon last night, I played that and it scared the shit out of me. Started fucking dying laughing.
You did not tell me, but I am not surprised.
It was so fucking funny.
Can you make sure you play the fuck god whenever we fight the emperor?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm losing brain cells. Help. Help.
I cannot help.
Oh.
Eel, brother,
Oh.
eel.
Shoot me with the op.
Oh my god. Eel, brother, eel.
Man, I'm starting to feel the lack of sleep hitting me now.
For real.
Oh, you guys know the Twitter that's gripping food with force?
Yes.
Yes,
see
and
it
I
about
hate
once a
it.
They made an actual good post. I appreciate this one.
What is it?
Ah,
I appreciate that one.
that's a good
I
one.
appreciate that one, but the rest of them, I'm just like, why? Why are you like this? I see it about once a week on my fucking timeline.
Also, Chris, you saw the thing about me having to go at midnight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like on the dot. Okay. Also, I burned my tongue and it hurts. Ow.
I have a cut on the side of my mouth.
I ate really hot curry and my tongue is numb and it hurts.
I thought you said you never eat curry.
I have like some of that like Korean curry because you know how I got the jajang?
Mm-hmm.
There's a thing with it where it came with like another box of like curry that it's not mine, it's my dad's, but since I was out of the jajang and I wanted curry, I was like, okay, I'll just make that.
Wow, we.
It was my first time trying curry. It wasn't like spicy at all though, and it was kind of bland, but hey, it was something to eat, so I ate it. I assume it wasn't up to normal curry standards.
There's lots of different kinds of curry, so it really just depends.
Yeah. Oh my god, my tongue hurts.
I've never had curry, and I don't think I'd be a fan of it.
Very good. You just gotta find
Yeah,
the
I
right one
didn't-
for you.
I
I'm
didn't
just-
think I'd like jajang, but I do.
my bit is I'm not a fan of food that just looks like slop, and that's kind of what curry looks like to me.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes it looks quite nice. It just really depends.
There are two things that drive me away, or three things that drive me away from food, is looks, texture, and smell. God, I started like looking over entirety of the map we've been over, and just the stark difference once we get to here of how much the map actually gets filled out.
Is because y'all sped up. Y'all had lots of stops here and there, and you also did like a lot of research into sites, so there's just lots of sites dotted all over. If you took out the orange dots, it'd look generally like this. It's just that this is also so much bigger than the rest.
There were a lot of these cities that we just couldn't avoid, though. Granted, that was the start. And then, like, a lot of these we couldn't avoid either. Granted, I think...
You gotta look at like half those orange dots. Half those orange dots can be removed because we never actually went to them. That's why they don't have
true.
It's true, but I'm leaving them just because that's
the
well,
history.
I can't even delete it now because it just puts the map layer.
It do
Like
be
there's
like
also
that.
this one that doesn't have a name.
Oh yeah, that one we never went to.
There.
It was
No,
just an
you went to this town. I just don't think it got listed as or like the name didn't get put down.
Yeah.
Because y'all went from there to there, and then you like trekked down into Anatolia. You did not list the town in Anatolia.
We didn't stay there that long, though, to be fair. We were in and out.
Bubbles.
Like, we went in there, found out that Ash and his brothers were in prison for an actual good reason, and we couldn't get them out, so it was just like, yeah, we got no reason to be here.
Such is the way of it. That being said, we've given it a moment. What I think we're going to do is we're going to continue a little bit, see if he comes back, because the next little bit doesn't need to have him, but it's sad that he's not here. Does that sound good to everyone?
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't hear a yes at first. I just heard you like fall down a set of stairs.
Listen, if we end soon, I can take like a 2-hour nap, which I will need before I have to go be an idiot for like 5 hours.
Get out of here.
Uh-huh.
I have to play Baldur's Gate like right after session. I'm like going to be in physical pain because I am every time I play.
Why did you agree to that?
I'm fine with it. I woke up at like, what? So, no, after that technically because I slept in. I'm in physical pain whenever I play Baldur's Gate with them.
I'm in mental pain just listening to you guys sometimes.
Oh, God. It's terrible, but it's amazing at the same time.
That being said, you guys set off from Heraclea. You begin to travel west. There are very formalized roads that head out into the Holy Empire. Very well paved and well maintained as they do. In your travels, you do experience a variety of different people on the road. A lot of them seem to be, in terms of things, refugees who seem to be flooding from the east of the country out to the west. And they seem to be heading in the general same direction as you, out toward Calderum. You're also passing a variety of smaller towns and little hamlets here and there. As you go, they're just kind of off to the side. You can see them upon the rolling hills that exist here. The giant fields of golden grass that seem to go in every which direction, only dotted by a few mountains upon the horizon line. That being said, as you're continuing on, you have your general adventures day by day and camp out at night very near to your horses and to your carriage. During one of those nights, however, Zoe comes over to you, Christ. And how would she word it is the question. I got that far, but I didn't think what she'd actually say.
Zoe, would you like a piggyback ride?
Not right now. And then she goes over to Christ.
Oh.
But yeah, she
rejected.
wow. She approaches you, and says, "So, how do you feel about, all of this?" She just kind of points generally in a westerly direction.
Chris shrugs. Determines, I guess.
That could be a good thing.
It could be.
I had kind of a weird question, though.
Yeah?
How much do you really know about this, the undead people that you work with?
She looks at her 9 lads and lass all sitting around. I mean, they help me.
You seem to get along with them real well.
Yeah, sometimes I use that telepathic bond and I talk with them.
Do they say anything back?
They mostly just repeat what I say. Dan and Samson they're not very, they don't have a very high vocabulary. Asher, Harold, and Kenneth now they're a little more, they have a little bit more to say. And then, Stuart, Jimmy, Aaron, Shar about the same.
She kind of like sits there and thinks a little bit. She kind of like looks up at the sky every once in a while. Looks to the fire, kind of like pokes it with a stick that's handy, just to maintain it. After a little bit of shared silence, though, she says, "What would it be like then, if they could actually talk? They were like normal and stuff."
That would require stronger magic than I think I have. But yeah, it would be. I would like that. I would like for them to be able to speak to me.
Why do you think so?
Why do I think what?
Why do you think that it'd be good to speak with them? I mean, they're not alive anymore. Not really.
Yeah, but they're my friends.
She, you note that she just kind of smiles, and she doesn't really have anything immediately to say to that, and she just kind of nods, and you go back to shared silence for a bit. After a little bit longer, though, she speaks up again, says, "I guess what I really wanted to ask is just a thought that has been, I don't know, I've been thinking about it a lot lately.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think happens after we're, done here? Before one of them ended up like that?"
Well, we know what Ir and Shar were like, and I look at the two of them. Harold, I found in a cave. I think he was an adventurer at one point. And, I'm not too sure about any of the others.
Some of your undead came from bandits, remember?
Oh yeah, some of them were bandits and they just weren't very nice.
I think your 2 zombies were.
Yeah, the Dan and Samson. And Jimmy the Ghoul. Jimmy the Ghoul was a guard in the Confederation. Don't remember what Stuart was. Asher was another skeleton we found. Yeah, they're just kind of from all over the place.
They do help us a lot. I mean, we've gone through so much, and you've always been there. You've always been able to make sure they either stay safe or you take care of them.
Harold's been around the longest, and he's next to me, so I pat him. That's why he's in charge.
Do you think we're meant to do something after we die? Or is it more like the most important part is the stuff we do while we're still alive?
A woman after my own heart.
Chris thinks for some time. I think that I work with souls and things just because of my magic, and I think it's just a different phase. Life is one stage, and then being a soul is the next. But I think you just have less control in that stage.
She kind of nods and thinks for a little bit herself and just says, "Thanks. It's just, I don't know. It's been bothering me, I guess. Just think of all we've gone through and seen so many people. Sometimes I just think about Mom. I miss her sometimes."
Do we know anything about Zoe's mom?
She's
We've
talked
never
about
asked.
it before. All you know is that she passed away. You heard the same from her father when you met with them way back when. But it definitely seems like it's just one of those things, like, it happened probably while she was fairly young, so it just doesn't even bother her anymore. It's just not something she actively thinks about.
Well, I think that I don't think the best way to say this. I mean, I don't think death is the end. There are things we can do about it. Just like kind of like gestures to Harold. No one really wants you to because it's just breaking the rules, but
I guess that's the tricky part. The rules.
well, I think that if it helps the person, then bending the rules is okay.
That makes a lot of sense. Thanks. It's just been, I don't know, something that's been on my mind lately.
I hope I helped, or at least wasn't confusing.
She shakes her head to let you know that you were not confusing, and she just gives you a nice hug from the side, and then she heads off to her little part of the camp.
Harold will pat her on the back before she leaves. Just like, good job, sport.
Good job, kiddo.
Mummy's never been more proud.
Otherwise, the night passes, and your journeys continue into the next day. Do you guys do anything while you are traveling?
Cry a little bit.
After that?
Cry a little bit more.
Okay, but before that?
Maybe shed a tear or two.
Okay, that's fair. But wouldn't you do that while you're crying?
No, it's a different kind of crying.
Oh, understood.
Had a popsicle.
While we're traveling, I'd like to use my cheat code to gain 6 levels.
Okay, you do that, but then you lose 8 levels?
Oh fuck!
Back to level
Guys,
6.
I'm level 12. No, if I gain them first and then I lose them, then I'm level 12. If I gain 6 and then lose 8 after that, then I am level 12.
If nothing, though, you venture on your way, going down the, again, very smooth paved roads that lead across the country here. It is very beautiful land that you are crossing, but again, you're increasingly seeing more and more people filling the roads, heading in the same direction as you, taking camps at the same time as you, just kind of like off the road, doing their best to manage. You can imagine that when you reach the capital in Calderum, it's going to be a busy place. And once again, just passing all the variety of smaller towns as you go.
Something I thought of. The sky was red at one point, right?
Don't maybe for a moment, but I don't believe consistently.
Red back during the time of when the tree was growing and we were doing the things down in the down in the
Yeah.
down in the
I
temple.
assumed it was just red all around here
Nah.
because of the fucking explosion.
Nah,
Okay,
it is
well,
normal nowadays.
all right. Never mind then.
The moon is red though. That's been a thing that's just occurring.
That's the
Oh,
weird bit.
lovely. Yeah, it's the moon god. The Raven Queen's pissed.
That being said, as you continue on, at one point, just during the day, as you begin to travel, how do you usually travel throughout the day? Odd.
When he's not like just going over any materials that he has, whether it be like his own potion making or like medicine making materials, or just like talking to Chris, he's probably just like,
Probably just what?
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Probably just like hanging around silent, just having his moments of like just away from everyone.
Mm-hmm. In one of your moments of just kind of like relaxation as the cart bounces along on the paved roads, Zoe hops up onto the back and gets your attention. Hey, Odd,
Yeah.
are you feeling okay?
I just don't know what to do.
What do you mean?
About Lilith. That's the name, right? Of the little girl?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Where are my fucking notes?
Nothing bad ever
It is
happens to
Lilith.
the Kennedys.
I thought so. Good.
Wait, I was unmuted.
You were.
I like your words, Magic Man.
You're quoting Clone High, aren't you?
Nothing bad ever happened to the Kennedys.
You absolutely are. Okay. I can't keep dragging her around forever, and I don't think there's any way that her dad can even get out if he really is trapped.
I guess that is a lot. What do you think you're going to do?
Well, she can't just know that. She can't just think that her parents are still out there and just be lied to constantly. No one wants that.
It's a lot. She's really young. She might not even really understand it all.
No, but if she does understand, then it's going to break her heart. I'm just afraid of the aftermath of that.
Yes, as long as you're feeling okay, though, and I think things are gonna work out.
I definitely wasn't okay when we first ran into her. Hell, I almost said fuck this entire thing and just tossed everything to the side. But I thought about it. That's not what I should be doing. Yama's not actively trying to make me be a bad person. He's just seeing what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
I think.
they work in weird ways. You just kind of have to learn based on some weird stuff that they tell you or the things they try to make you do.
I guess I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to do this and what to do with her afterwards.
Just be careful, okay?
Yeah, I know.
In this time, Ren hits like a bump in the road, and it kind of almost knocks Zoe off, and she's like, ah! And she just like, she just says bye, essentially, hops off the side, and you see her like run to the front and begin to berate Ren on his driving skills, and they just get into a little argument.
Man, if Jerry could hear this, he'd just be like, what the fuck?
Do you two have anything else to do while you were journeying, though?
I'd like to do something. Can I put in a 6th level spell into my spellbook during this time? It'll take me 12 hours.
You have plenty of time. You've been traveling for like 4 days now? So
Okay.
you have plenty of time.
Okay.
What you got?
I'm adding contingency to my spell list.
Sick. I love contingency. One of
I
my
have-
favorites.
I have ideas.
Hell
Contingency,
yeah.
Animate dead on self.
Wait a second.
Foolproof. Who needs to be a lich? I have this.
Man, could you imagine
who
if
needs
that was
to be a lich
loophole?
when I can be a fucking 5 intelligence zombie?
Could you imagine if that was a loophole?
Also, Jerry messaged me and he said it looks like his internet's gonna be out for a while. It's not his end, but there's no outage reports in his area.
Yeah, it do be like that.
Oh, great. Unfortunate.
Did you need to do anything while you were journeying?
Mm, yeah, when he'll catch Karist when she's taking a break from writing in the spell probably, and just be like, I already know how you were feeling after your talk, but I'll just curious on how you're doing now.
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Insight check. 28.
He sees within your very soul. How do you actually feel?
Hold on. I'm gonna roll a deception check.
She can nat 20.
It's true.
7!
He
I did
sees
not
into your
nat
very
20.
soul.
She's focused. Very focused as like probably a coping thing.
Okay. Well. All I can really say on the matter is however you feel about him. Just like gesturing back the direction we were coming from. Doesn't matter at the end of the day. If you don't want anything to do with him, that's fine. But my only question is, how do you think you're going to react when we get your mom back and give her some clarity?
I just want to help her.
Alright then.
Aunt
Sorry.
Chris, look! Lilith comes up.
Yes, what is it?
I drew it! And she shows what she drew, both of you. She's very
She
expectant.
posts what she drew in the text chat?
Yeah.
The text
God
group?
Damn
Sick.
it. What the fuck is that thing?
It's a duck.
Oh, that was Trolla.
I like the teeth.
It makes it tougher.
She is beaming at the compliments.
I will. Hold on. Can I do this? Fuck! I thought I had minor illusion on this character.
I have a scroll of minor illusion.
See, at least you're not alarmed. She could have drawn something like this.
Oh no!
Oh god, I think
Well,
I,
if you turn the
Dead
page.
people.
Well, if you turn the page.
I would have had to give this girl therapy.
This is the other drawing that someone nailed into the side of the inside of the wagon. It's a frog.
Okay, the frog I like.
I like the duck.
The duck is good.
The duck scares me.
The duck makes me happy.
No, fuck it. I'll take out the fucking scroll of minor illusion and just use it to like make an animated form of that duck.
Bro, just wait until she fucking draws like an evil god or something and be like, they were my friend.
Are these Binding of Isaac drawings?
No.
I almost thought so.
I'm gonna bullshit my prepared spells just because this is fun. I will next to Odd's little minor illusion duck, I will major image an even bigger drawing of her duck.
She is now even more giddy than she was before, just like clapping and laughing.
Make the puppy come out and the puppy gives her a kiss.
The puppy comes out and begins to lick her, and she is tackled
Also-
by said puppy.
Also, this is I'm using the full largeness of the spell I can use. So this is a 20-foot duck.
Oh my god.
It's a large thing that's just trailing behind.
Yeah, it's
us.
just
Really
marching
has
along.
I don't know if it can move. It seems completely real, including sound, smells, and temperature properties. You can't create heat or cold effects.
I
As
think
long as you're
traditionally it
range, you
can't
can use
move.
your action to cause it to move to another spot within range.
shit.
Yeah. So it's wobbling around.
Yeah, it's just marching along as you are heading down the road. There are several people who pass you who are just like, what the fuck is that?
It lasts 10 minutes. So
Oh my god, they just see a giant walking bastardized duck with teeth.
we need to get this girl those paints that turn things into real life.
It's,
No.
Yeah, it's that one SpongeBob episode.
Yeah.
Oh, the fucking Doodle Bob?
Yeah.
Yeah, doodle bob.
Eat nat habba dabba babba. God damn it.
That being said, as
Yoy me yoy.
as Lilith sits out the back and watches the big duck, and the group travels on in good
wasn't done.
spirits. Say what?
I wasn't done talking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, however you go about it, like still smiling after all this fucking chaos around us.
The giant duck walking in the background.
Yeah. Just know that I'll always be by your side and I've got faith in you.
Thanks.
Kisses her and lets her go back to
He
her
does what?
Kisses her.
That's a sin.
I'm sorry, you want me to hold on, I'll get worse. I hold her hand.
Oh my god, I'm going to hell.
Chris just bites Odd's tongue off like, you heathen.
Oh god.
Oh no.
I'm the one with the fangs.
Yeah, but Chris has the balls.
I don't know how entirely true that is.
It's
Odd's
not
become
true.
less of a coward now.
Anyway.
Moving on.
As you comfort each other and settle back in, Lilith is still quite excited by her creation having come to life. However, at that moment, Odd. You feel something.
Okay.
It's just a strange sensation that quivers down your spine. It takes you by surprise. You didn't expect to feel it, but yet there it is. It's just this kind of like resonance, as if all of the bones in your body are just like wiggling just very slightly, as if your insides were from or experiencing some sort of earthquake. And you feel a pull. Immediately, you need to vomit.
Probably does it right after he walks away from Karist, honestly.
Oof, that's a bad look.
It is a bad look, but it can be explained after he collapses.
Are you okay? Oh,
At the exact same time, Lilith vomits out the side of the wagon.
no. Can I
Did
do
we
a
have something
medicine
bad
check?
for? Did we make? Did I not prepare the eggs right? Oh, do we all have salmonella now? Oh no.
Can I medicine check either of them or both of them?
You may do so.
14.
Yeah, you go over to see both of them. Lilith kind of like rolls back with her back against the side of the wagon. It's just like, I don't feel good anymore.
I pat her back.
How is Odd doing?
Mr. Duck.
Probably picking himself up off the ground.
In your medicine check, they seem to have vomited. There doesn't seem to be any other signs or symptoms. They're like a little hot to the touch, but they don't seem feverish. It just seems like something came upon them.
I give Lilith back pats. Like, it's okay, you can puke more if you need to.
Mm-hmm.
Was that?
Again, you feel a pull. One comes from Lilith, one comes from the north.
The north, you say?
North. Where would you think we'd be at this current moment? Like,
At this
midway?
stage, you're like halfway. So you're like here-ish, like where the line begins, and it's coming nearly due north.
Oh. I know what might be there. Or not. Have fun with that if it's what I think it is.
I might have an idea. Oh my god. And as God's just like collecting himself at this point, he like looks to Lilith, and just like you catch him staring off blankly and like in the north direction. 2. Never had 2 before.
To what?
Pulse. To her and something north.
What do you do?
He's gonna sit down on the cart, just resting himself, and then just he's gonna try to reach out to Yami and pray.
That is the thing you can do. Is it just a normal prayer?
It's gonna be a question. It's definitely gonna be a question. Just like, are you trying to show me a different path for her?
Give me a religion check.
I can fucking find it. There it is.
Chris, you
24.
won't.
Your prayer goes out into the void, and it does not seem to return answered.
Ooh, Dad said no.
Oh, Dad's just not answering.
Yami Mommy's mad.
Bet
Does-
you won't.
Does my pain and nausea subside after a little bit?
No.
Great. How close does the second pole feel? Not hers, but the one to the north.
It feels generally close. Looking in that direction, you see a variety of the hilly landscape that's here. Again, it's kind of like, hold up. This is the kind of landscape you're working with back at like Heraclea, but it's this, just like an ocean of this, just rolling hills as far as the eye can see. Again, every once in a while you do see small hamlets that are just situated up like little perched on a hill over there. Getting a survey of the landscape if you were in the middle of the town. You would imagine from your current position that would be all that's up there unless there's some other strange objective that just can't be seen from your current position on the road.
He'll just look at Lilith and then to at the rest of the group, and then just like straight at Carist. Do you mind if we take a detour? There's something else that just happened, I think. And it might involve her.
Okay,
I don't mind.
I'm cool with that.
I'm sorry to ask you this, but I'm in so much pain in this.
I pet.
Shall you take a detour?
I mean, I'm leaving this up to Free mostly.
Yeah, I'm fine with taking a detour.
And I guess we're detouring.
So it shall be. You begin to, like you call out to Ren, bring him up to speed with the situation. He kind of like asks you, like, what's going on? Why are you feeling bad, etc., etc. Do you tell him about the pool?
Yeah, I would. Everybody should know in the group.
Understood. Nice. Too happy. Get out of here. He understands, and Zoe gives you a quizzical but knowing look, and you guys gather your things together. You find the next road that heads off to the north and begin to take that. It's still a paved road as you go along through the winding through the various hills that are here. That being said, as you begin to head in this direction, slowly the pain in your head and the ugliness of your stomach begins to subside very slightly, although it still seems to perturb you even as you continue. Say again?
Is it affecting Lilith just as bad?
Lilith seems to be less capable than you. Not too surprising since she's so young, so, it's always suckier to be sick and a kid. She's just less equipped to handle it.
I've become big brother once again.
Mm-hmm. But give me a intelligence check, please.
Me?
Yes.
Ah, great. 9.
Mm-hmm. In your travel toward the north, one thing you can distinguish is this. The sensation that's coming from the north is as it usually is, to where it's like this feeling from your very heart that just kind of like pulls you as if by a string, and it seems to be pulling you northward. However, the pain in your head seems to be a sensation that's pulling you toward Lilith. You can seem to distinguish the two now that the majority of the symptoms have faded.
Head's pulling me toward Lilith. Chest is pulling me to the north.
The chest is the feeling that you're more familiar with. That's how it usually feels.
Okay.
Why your head's in pain, that is CBD.
CBD? Like
God damn it.
weed?
I think he said TBD.
Oh, I heard
PCP?
C. PCP.
That's the one.
Ohio?
Do you do anything different as you travel?
I waved to strangers on the side of the road.
You see a few. Most of them are walking by foot travel at this point. There are not a whole lot of people who are actually taking these roads because the road that you're taking here is much less traveled compared to where you once were.
I just wave and say hi. That's it. Nothing else.
Yeah. They call back to you with hails.
Sounds stupid.
Man, there's something deeper than me. That's just like Yami's telling me to, hey, get done with her and hurry the fuck up.
Reach out to the void. There's not only that one void, there are more gods as well. Fuck God.
There's only one god that's like actively messing with me right now.
Yeah, but because he's actively messing with you, that doesn't mean he can't not talk to other gods or see what their input is.
I was never tried to talk to any of the other gods. Except
Exactly.
on one instance of talking to Hazard, which he didn't want.
If you don't reach out to talk to other gods, like that's on you. If you don't want to, that also works.
I think it's just he necessarily doesn't want to.
I feel that.
Yes. I'm scanning my notes. I'm being patient. Please hold. Wait for it. Please hold. Where did it go? No, that's not it. There we are. As you begin to travel further north, you soon see that on the horizon and quickly growing, at about 2 p.m. is the time that you arrive, is when you begin to see a town coming upon the roadway that's here. It seems to be a fairly small town, and it seems that if you were to continue on this road, that you would pass through it. However, from your perspective, Odd, you do note that your sensation is coming from the northeast at this current moment. Perspective on travel. Zoop. So you're heading this way. You had a detour here. You went north, or like generally northish, and from this position where you found a town, you have a northeasternly feely.
Oh, so this is not what I think it is. Weird. I had two ideas of what this could be, and it is not either of them.
We probably had one similar idea.
I thought it was either going to be a shrine that our group that Stray Embers went to over here, because there is a shrine like a little bit more north.
Way further north. It's like way up here.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it depended on how far north we were going. It was either that shrine or it was the Tiefling tribe, which is also like way north. It really just depended on how north you were going.
Also not what I was thinking. I guess I'll just point Ren in that direction.
He calls out to you, following your directions as you go. You do come to the small town of Lentia. Post it here. Passing through it seems to be just generally a small town. There's quite a number of buildings, but it's a mostly agricultural town. There's a lot of farms all around. They seem to do a little bit of logging to the northwest of town. And there are various large villas that are perched among the various hillsides that have large either farms or vineyards that are traipsed about the area. Shall you continue northeast?
Oh, it's still farther ahead?
Yes.
Onward! Northeast.
Yeah, I guess.
As you continue, you do eventually begin to head a little bit out of the town, again seeing the various vineyards and small farmlands that are around you, until there is a small road that begins to head up to the northeast, up along the hillside. It seems to be heading toward one of these large estates that are on the outskirts of Lentia.
Onward!
Yeah, just keep going.
Understood.
God, we were getting so fucking detoured. I did not expect this.
You're only like an hour or two off course. But as you do come upon a small estate, actually. Double check something. Make sure there are no spoilies. Hold up. Eh.
You can use me as a test if you need to.
No, I just needed to see if I could see and you could not.
Oh, how nice.
Oh god. It's taking a while to load from pixels.
A very HD image.
It is.
Oh my, that's a big image too. Holy shit.
Oh god.
I had to zoom out. Whew.
It's not
Hey,
even
what's
that
up?
big.
I'm getting like Aztec museum vibes.
It does seem to be a general, large, rich estate, from the Holy Empire. As you pass by, they have a whole number of fields, and you can see quite a number of people working out in them.
Do they have marble busts on their lawn?
Such as what? Like statues?
Like, yeah, like you know how the Romans and Greeks had like marble busts and shit like that, like marble statues and things.
They do not here. They do not have that here. Give me a history check.
I shall do so. 8.
That is just barely sufficient. You have seen buildings like that in your travels. Whenever the king used to take tours of the region, is usually just like propaganda sort of tours, just like, let's go check out the countryside, me lord. And you just kind of like go to the fanciest estates, have wine tastings and all that, just getting pampered with the royal life. At the fanciest estates, they would have busts like that. So this is like a tier down from that, but we're talking like the difference between like a tier 5 estate and a tier 4 estate. This is fancy by all means.
Oh, it's okay. I just wanted to break an ear off if I didn't see any on the lawn.
You do not.
Shit.
Singing statues.
But you
I
have
just wanted to take their ears. What's so wrong? They won't miss the ears.
First it was hands with Corva, now it's ears for Lance.
They're statue ears. Come on, that's way different.
nevertheless, the wagon pulls into the large courtyard that is here. It comes to a stop because there's nowhere else to go without running into the building itself. And as it comes to a stop, you do see that there are several attendants that seem to be awaiting your presence.
What?
Like they're waiting for us?
Have been, yeah, does it look like they've been expecting us?
Give me an insight check.
Anybody?
Anybody could.
Like
Natural 20.
Damn.
God damn it, 14.
Get it, Chris.
Odd, because of your thoughts and feelings, you are concerned by why these people might be here. Lance, from your perspective, as well as Odd, you both recognize these people as either servants or commoners. They just seem to be attendants of the house. You also note that, for Lance in particular, that this is a common practice. The people of estates, if they see someone coming up their road up to their villa, they'll have their attendants go out and see what's going on, what they're doing, what's their visitation for, and also give them a proper greeting. Chris, you also estimate that this is very clear because now that you're at the top of the hill, the road just kind of like winds on down. You can still see the small town that you pass through, so they could have seen you coming from a long way away.
Okay. Chris will just say, hello?
Greetings, my lady, my lords. How may we be of service of you?
Am I still sickly?
Don't feel great, but you've mostly recovered.
Okay.
You still just don't feel good. Like, it's that sort of thing where, like, if you woke up sick and you puked once, and you just don't feel good, you want to lay down all day, but you can't, that's not an option.
See, that's the opposite of me because I feel better immediately after.
It's just that, like, lingering bleh feeling.
I'll just say, sorry, I've been told that I have business, like, The pool is close. Like it's obvious that it's coming from this place, right?
This estate is clearly where the sensation is coming from.
Good. Might I ask who the master of the house is?
Of course, it is Octavius Phoenicia.
That's a fucking name.
Do we know that person?
Lance would be the only one who might be able to know them, and he'd have to make a very good history check.
Somebody guidance me.
Yeah, I'll gladly guidance you.
That's not happening.
Yeah, nah, not quite. Surely he's a royal of some sort in the Holy Empire. You don't know every single royal in the Holy Empire, and this is a pretty rural location, so unless he's really influential in the capital, he's just some dude.
Well, to be as direct as I possibly can, I'm a traveling cleric, and I've been told that I have some business here with someone.
I see. Well, you have no audience, correct?
No, I don't know anybody here, so I wouldn't have been able to make one.
It is the planting season, so there's plenty of time that I'm sure the master can assort to you if you would like to meet with him.
Yeah, I'd like that. Yeah.
Please, come on. And he calls down to you. They get a little small stand for you to gently walk down out of your wagon. You also get the strange feeling that you might be underdressed, but
Oh, I'm in my full courtesy night attire.
yeah, you
so
are fancy.
I hope they respect me a little bit.
Odd still has the nice clothes that Chris made. He hasn't worn them since he needed to talk to the Empress. Actually, no, since the fucking party we had in the Confederation.
Shall
Well,
you
Chris
embark?
always looks great.
He'll follow the attendants.
We look great. The boys, however, the other two boys, however.
No, I think it's just accurate to say the boys.
Listen, I grew
Yeah.
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
I grew up from little. He's fine with having little.
And Ren says that he's got a bad vibe, so he's just gonna stay by the wagon just in case.
All right, following the attendants.
Yep.
I'll leave my undead and wraith with him, and would just bring Harold with me.
Valid. You are led into the front foyer of the estate. It is a large, tall area. As you had wondered before, there are busts here. They seem to be of the lady and man of the house, as well as their grandparents and their great-grandparents.
They're outside, so I can't get away with stealing their ears.
It is true. The attendants like make some commentary. It's just like, oh, this is the bust of this. This is the bust of this. They're giving you like a basic tour. They lead you into a large living space, which is open to the air and has many recliners. They have you sit and bring you quite amounts of delicate grapes and other olives and olive oil and such. And it's certainly the fine life that they maintain here. They promise that the master and the family will be with you shortly.
Lance sits somewhere and swings his legs.
I never get used to being in these mansion-like places.
It's really nice, honestly.
I'm far too used to it.
Well, yeah, no, everything around your home is shining.
Lance smiles.
Do you do anything else, Odd?
Just sitting there holding his stomach. No, not really.
Mm-hmm. You do note the sensation is coming from the upper right of your current location.
Yeah, he's taking note of it and just like seeing how it moves.
It does begin to move after a moment. It seems to just move along what seems to be a hallway upstairs that you can't see. And around this time, you begin to hear the clatter of shoes from the next room until, from the lobby, several people appear. And then I gotta get them off of the right layer. Doop, 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 doop.
Boop, 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 doop, doop, boop.
Zip.
A stark difference in art styles.
Actually, these two, same artist. This one not.
Huh.
It's the fucking kid, isn't it? It's
I
always
guess-
the kids with Yami.
I guess just a different style at that point.
Because he's Yummy Mommy.
Yami's a freak, dude. He just really likes kids, and it's kind of creepy.
However, what seems to be a family are guided in by their attendants. There is a gruff man with a fine beard. He seems muscular, as if he was in the military but no longer serves. There is a very kind woman with darkened skin. She seems to be quite beautified and is definitely used to her current living circumstances. And there's a young boy who is dressed in fineries, but it seems almost casual to him. They all come to you and give you a curt bow as they enter, and the master of the house calls to you. Greetings, all of you. It is good to see you. I am Master Octavius Phoenicia. How may I be to have service to you?
Is my poll coming from one of these three? All
Yep.
right, good to note. Yep. Yes, sir. My name is Odd, and I'm a traveling cleric slash adventurer from very, very, very far to the east.
Distant travel indeed, as my attendant said. I am hopefully that our estate is able to take care of you and whatever needs that you may have. But I'm certainly interested in what would bring a traveler such as you and your friends here so far out.
Well, I assume you've heard of random religious figures getting messages from their deities to do certain tasks.
Sounds a bit strange to me. Of course, the Emperor will call upon those to serve whenever service is due.
Their only god here is actually a physical person, so they have really weird religious views.
That's not entirely true. They
I
believe in
mean,
all
it's
the gods.
kind of true.
I mean, they acknowledge the...
They mainly
Ironic.
only acknowledge him, though, because they're assholes.
Not everyone could be an asshole. though.
Everybody in this country's a dickhead.
Well, the god I serve, has been taking me to quite a few places as of recent over the year. And it always comes as like a feeling that you need to be somewhere. And my feeling has been coming, recently coming from here.
Very strange, I suppose. He just kind of like takes a seat and gives like with a hand wave. The rest of his family just give like a quiet nod and take seats around the room. The young boy goes over to a recliner in the corner of the room and like liberally begins to eat off of the dinner tray that has been serviced by all of the servants. And
Wow.
the
I hate
woman
'em already.
the woman takes a seat next to her husband, but picks up several pieces of parchment and begins to just read them of her own accord, letting her husband tend to the business. He says, "We certainly don't want to impose on any of the religious orders. I'd be very interested to hear some of your tales and what, of all things, might lead you to my estate of all. You sure you have no association with his emperor, correct?"
I've never once met your emperor. Callis, was it?
Hi, Emperor Callis. I suppose it's a bit lofty of me to expect such, but I apologize for my imposition. By all means, recount anything you wish.
Well, my god comes from a different pantheon who's more revered farther to the east, mainly in Ezoshi, or Ezo.
Distant indeed.
And they've been sending me to many parts of the continent to interact with and help as many whoever I'm being drawn to. And something I should note is that they've all been, in their own rights, children, varying in age.
He kind of gives you like a stern look at the change in the conversation. He says, "So you mean to imply that your deity is here for Angelaeus?" And he just kind of like looks across the room. The mother like gets stirred up from her parchment and just like looks across the room. The boy like looks up at the start of his name and he's just like, "Huh?" And he just like points to himself.
I don't mean to do much but simply speak to him as of right now. If it's all right with you, I promise to uphold as much respect in your house as possible.
To me? What do you want to talk to me about?
That's where it's complicated.
I imagine all things of a religious nature are quite complicated. You may, certainly, as long as there's a true imposition, I see no reason why we cannot at least offer you that of your religious needs.
So, from what I've gathered from each of the young people that I've interacted with, each of them have faced their own form of distress, loss, you could call it. It all comes in various forms. One thing that became prevalent that I can notice, and I forgot. Is Lilith with us?
Lilith, as I imagine it, since she was not feeling well, stayed with the cart with Ren.
Good.
But you can bring her in if you choose.
No.
That was just
not
my
yet.
imagination that it didn't verbalize.
Do you want a daughter?
God damn it. Each of the children I've interacted with have lost their parents in some way.
In this time, Angelias comes over and like takes a closer seat to you. Quite curious at like how he's involved in anything that you might be doing. And he says, "I haven't lost anyone. What's of it then?"
That's the thing. I don't entirely know.
Well, we've done our best to raise our fair Angelias in the best way he can. His service comes up in about 2 years. He will hopefully then proceed on to a consul, just as his father. Aye. He just kind of nods to his father respectfully.
Can I insight check Angelias?
Sure.
On-
What are
on that-
you
for that
inciting?
one? When his dad says all that, and then he's like nodding toward him, like I want to know how his demeanor is in regards to that comment specifically.
Do it.
24.
He seems conflicted. It definitely rides on his tone, although his father doesn't seem to notice. Something about the concern bothers him.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's only been the first few, and I don't know how many more I will need to interact with in my time, but for all I know, your sons could be very different. I hate to ask so much of this, and I've already brought up some questionable topics, but would it be alright if me and your son could have a word alone, at least?
I suppose that would be sufficient enough. Again, of your religious needs. Our attendants can take care of anything that you want. You wish, we could even offer you dinner if you choose to stay, at least for some time.
Any kindness you're willing to show us would be very much appreciated.
It would be of no trouble to us, sir.
I promise to finish whatever business I have and be out of your hairs as quickly as I possibly can.
While he does that, can I have a wine tasting? I'm very interested in a few bottles.
I see you are of nobility, are you not?
Yeah. Hello.
And if you are of the persuasion, I suppose it is a bit late in the afternoon. He kind of like gives a clap, and some of the attendants come over, and he asks if you would like to go check his cellar with him.
Yes.
He guides you out into the far end of the manor. There's a area that is opened up and leads down into a basement, and there are several casks here that have all manner of wine and bottles.
All right, are there any guards down here with us?
Nope.
I kill him.
Excellent. Well done. He's undead, right? He gets out of this one.
And that's why I'm being drawn to him, because his parents died because of Lance.
No, I have a lovely wine tasting.
Just like, so normally the kids I run into, their parents are dead, and then Lance comes up with a bloody sword and
Lance is just like,
don't worry,
yeah,
they're
I'll
trying to
see
save
how-
you.
I took care of it for you.
How could Yami do this?
How
could
could
Yami
Yami
do
do
this?
this? God damn it.
But yes, he shows you the various vintages.
Ooh, I ask him if he wants to trade, so like he lets me take a bottle, and then I trade him a bottle of one of my elven wines that I got from the Elven Society we went to.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay,
Should
one
pick
second.
up some Quartzian wines, just see how he would have been like.
Persuasion. 15.
That is sufficient. He's willing to trade one of his lesser vintages.
Ooh, yeah, I'll do that. I'll trade him because I got like 2 bottles of the elven wine, so I want to trade for 1.
Do you only have a 13 charisma?
Yeah, I don't have a high charisma.
Why did I think you had more?
Int is my other high one. I have a 16 in int.
Okay.
But you can add
20
to your
strength, 1 con, 16 in int.
you can add to your inventory a fine imperial wine.
Nope.
The lady of the house gathers some attendants, and she takes her leave. Along with you, she like shows you a little bit more of the house, particularly odd. For Chris, you may do anything that you please, as long as you know. They kind of like take you on a bit of the tour as well, but imply that you should not head upstairs because that is the private quarters of the main residence. But otherwise, you can take advantage of the sights and sounds if you choose. Do you do anything in particular?
Do they have a reading area?
They have a small study. It's a bit cramped, and there are a lot of books and parchments. But otherwise, there are a few chairs that you can coop yourself up in to read. There's also the.
Yeah, I just ask if I can go in there and read.
Indeed, they allow that, and you can avail yourself to that.
Okay.
And for Odd, you may speak anywhere you want, but the lady of the house leaves you in the inner garden that is within the center of the estate here.
Yeah, neither of the parents are here. I'm just with Angelis.
Nope. Octavius is downstairs, and Miss Claudia Fenicia has gone over to work with the various cooks to prepare the dinner.
All right, so I'll look at Angelis and just say, seemed a little off-put when your dad mentioned you taking over.
I mean, suppose you know a lot about fathers and how they're a bit strict sometimes.
Can't say I do.
And consider yourself lucky, I suppose.
You know, I never expected all of the people I would interact with to have gone through something traumatic. I expected someone along the way for their distress to be more intricate than that.
Don't know if distress is the right word. You mentioned as such before, but I can't say that I've gone through any sort of trauma or anything. It seems a bit extreme, honestly. What exactly have you seen on the road?
I've seen, and especially in recent days, a lot of death. Every kid I've interacted with, they've lost both their parents, and to an extent, they've also lost things like brothers and sisters.
That is impossibly frightful.
Yeah, and I'm currently trying to help a young girl that's back at our card.
As you speak of her, you feel a pulse of pain from within.
Probably grips his head tightly, but then just like tries to shake it off. She's gone through a lot. I assume you've heard of the explosion to the Ruby Kingdoms.
A truly frightful event indeed. Many of the servants that say it's the end of all times.
As far as I know, her mother died and her father's trapped in a plane that he can't get out of.
Not even sure that I can quite register all that, although perhaps it's impolite to say, but it does sound a bit exciting, I suppose.
I wouldn't call it exciting. It depends on which side you're on. When you're on that kid's side, everything's confusing and painful. The biggest thing I'm questioning about you, though, is why you? You seem to be living a well-off life. Granted, you said that your father's strict with business, apparently.
Business and politics, but again, that's most fathers throughout the realm.
Do you even want a part of that?
I mean, of course I do. It's a huge privilege. As my father is serving as a consul for the realm, I would be in charge of the entire space here. Not simply Lentia down the road, but the entire region. He takes a moment, like, has a deep breath. It'd be a great honor.
Insight checking that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just his tone of that as well. 20.
Definitely would be an honor. Definitely not something that he's super jazzed about.
But you also appear to be on edge with it.
Don't mean to be by any means. It is an honor. There's no fibbing from me, at least.
It may be an honor and it may be something anybody else would dream of, but is it really what you want?
Don't know. I mean, it is what I want. It's not what I want. He seems a bit more perturbed now, and he, as you guys are just like in the small little garden space, he finds a little chair made of marble to sit upon, and he just kind of looks at a small like pond that has been constructed here with a few fish that are dancing about in the water. He then speaks after he has a moment to think and says, I do want to serve for Octavius, but it does sound like quite a lot, isn't it? I don't know if you know anything about politics, but especially in our lands, it's quite fraught.
I don't know much, but I can only assume you would be, as best as I can say, work to the bone.
Not really work to the bone, but work for the people. And the people are in quite dire needs, as you can imagine now. Explosions that rock the very foundation of the continent. Well, stressful, to say the least, I imagine. Octavius would know more about that, though. He deals with it already. He is quite a proficient politician.
He keeps mentioning his dad by first name. I'll just question that. Is there any reason? Also, is there any reason why you keep talking about him as his name instead of like how normally his son or daughter does his father?
Well, it's respectful, of course, although, to be perfectly frank, he's not my true birth father.
Really?
His parents are dead.
Why would Yami do this?
There's always
I made a meme for it and everything. Fuck.
Do you know what about your actual parents?
It's said to be quite some time ago. They were serving with the military in a skirmish with the Ruby Kingdoms far to the north of here. In the small campaign, it was said that my father died, and I never knew what happened to my mother. I was still too young at the time. But they were said to have been a prestigious family, and Octavius took a liking to me, I suppose.
Well, it still stands. Out of character, still stands now. Every one of these kids has lost their actual parents. So you were adopted into this rich family and are expected to take a high seat like your adoptive father. You're on edge about it, but you also want to take part in it.
I mean, it's a privilege, an honor, as I said. Not anyone can just be the consul of a realm.
You keep saying it's an honor and it's a privilege, but you gotta look deep down at what you truly want, and is what you really truly want, putting honors and titles aside. Do you really want to be wrapped up in politics like this?
He kind of like looks a bit morbidly down at the pond in front of him. Not particularly, I suppose. To be frank, and not to do any injustice with my words, but with all sincerity, your life seems much more exciting.
You want to be an adventurer then?
It is a bit lofty in that term. But there's also honor in that, is there not?
Well, depending on where you go, you can certainly get quite a bit of respect from people. In my time with my friends, we've been through a lot of kingdoms, and
Hey kid, wanna kill an emperor?
we've garnered quite a bit of respect, honestly. I'm not sure how much you heard of what happened in the Confederation.
I heard rumors that the Confederation is in true strife, that they've devolved into somewhat of a civil war. It sounds treacherous.
Well, I can't say that's happening much anymore. Me and my friends went through it, and where hell definitely broke loose, we managed to bring about the correct emperor, who should have been in charge from the very beginning.
You
And he's
implying
replaced
that you part of a coup?
I wasn't part of a coup, no.
We were the anti-coup.
There was a coup already in place. We stopped it, essentially.
He goes from like a distressed face to a confused face to a wry smile. It is true how adventurers do see all manner of things.
We experience a lot of high points, but it should be noted that it does have its low points. So, because you're always putting yourself at risk, or your friends are always at risk for painful experiences.
Quite a different life from me, I suppose.
Yeah, Ukes. It's a lot to take in. And it's only questionable about how most of us make it as far as we did.
It's only just a dream anyway.
That's where Odd starts to get the wry smile, and he just says, I mean, is it really? What's stopping you from just packing your bags and whatever money you can have in your pockets to get by and just leave? Find some form of training so that way you know how to survive and make something of yourself. Maybe even find some friends that can help protect you along the way.
Certainly have some training, I suppose. At least know how to wield a blade. Just part of the formality of being in such a position such as this, but to just take a blade and walk out my front door, how is that even possible? There are commitments, so much to do. I couldn't possibly.
It's a lot easier than you'd think. Sure, depending on how it's broken to your parents, they could possibly send someone to try to find you, maybe bring you back, but it's always your decision at the end of the day whether you stay or leave.
Even more treacherous there, and I'm sure that Octavius would do so. I mean, it's just very difficult, I suppose. Octavius and Claudia have invested so much in me. I am their only child, after all.
They don't have any of their own kids?
They do not. They've told me, now that I've gone on in age, that they've certainly tried, and they wish to have more brothers and sisters for me at some point, but that luck has not been on their side, such as the way of the stars, I suppose.
Man, out of character. What if I
was right!
What if I just pulled the shit of swapping the kids?
I'm just saying that I was right.
Can you greater restoration fertility?
Hey, you guys want a kid? I was right.
God damn it.
You want a kid? Pushes Lance.
God. Well, I can definitely see how it's hard to view from your position. And Octavius may be strict in his own rights and would probably fight you trying to leave, but let's be honest here. Each of us have our own freedom to do something. I very well could have stayed back home, far in Horizon, but I've made it almost the entire way around the world, and I'm here right now. I could have just been a medicine man, but I turned into something different. Something that that I think I can be proud of.
A cleric, that is.
More than that. Friend, close partner, and depending on who you look at, a hero.
It is very lofty and very exciting. A wish, at very least.
It's possible. The only thing that matters is you taking the initiative to actually be able to make the first step. You say you know how to wield a blade, and, well, maybe out there you could also find someone to teach you more about a blade, because I'm not sure how much you were taught.
He kind of just like looks pensively down to the water below him. In this time, while he either seems to be silent or thinking what to say, you feel another pulse through your body. Just a strong sensation of pain and a little bit of nausea.
Probably gripping his stomach very tightly at this point. There's more to life than what's just around you. These walls don't have to be a prison for you.
They're not.
Then what's stopping you from going out that front door and doing what you want?
Responsibility. I don't mean to insult you by any means. You seem very kind. To travel across the world to do what you want, it's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to follow in the eyes of those who take care of you. You're supposed to live up to expectations. That is right. It is right. He kind of like stands up and just paces a little bit in the garden.
But here I am. I left home. Granted, my mom didn't fight me that much. She embraced whatever I wanted to do. And where I can't say we have the same family matters, it's still your call.
No. How it could be my call is so much beyond me. What god are you a cleric of again?
It's going to sound very strange at first, or maybe even intimidating, but bear with me on it. I've been in leagues with a god who has been around for a very long time. I think even before the time of the current Eidolons.
Can't imagine that.
And he just like starts pulling down his wrist to show his mark.
My stars. Truly dedicated.
It's no tattoo. I've been marked for a reason. And this is the intimidating part.
Well, seems go.
The god I follow is the darkness.
And as you say that, you are absorbed by darkness. Embrace the darkness, or accept his fate. You come back. So, an old god, you said?
Yeah. And this darkness, or as far east they call him Yami, has been leading me around to many children, trying to see how I interact with them. For the first young man I met, he lost both of his parents to King Manza from, what was it, Severny?
Yes.
Yeah, from Severny. And as much as he wanted revenge, I helped him see things in a different light, and he now trains to be a knight in courts. For a young girl named Lucinia, she was looking to find revenge for her parents and entire village being killed by a lich. She trained hard and she didn't know where to go, and I helped give her a path. For a boy in Bastion, he lost both of his parents to a war and was left on the streets to help himself fend for himself and for many other children. And all he wanted was out of that city to work for his own. And I brought him all the way to Ezo. And I'm still trying to figure out what to do for this young girl named Lilith that's back at the cart.
Another sensation of pain.
Yeah, at that point, it's very visible that he's in pain.
Are you quite all right?
It's the job. But, like I said, everybody sees only one path for them when things look either bleak or just as the way they are. What I've been trying to do is show them a different light. And try to help them grow to do something better. Something that will make them happy. And for the most part, I think I can say I've done great.
You certainly seem talented, dear cleric. I hear these stories of these people you've aided. Surely you have the wrong person, though. All of them seem so remarkable. I mean, engagements with kings and revenge and living on the street, I couldn't imagine any of this. Especially losing my parents. It'd be frightful.
Well, if you looked at it from one person's eyes, they're kids that wouldn't seem all that remarkable. You'd see them as just common people, either getting by or living on the street. But everybody I've come across, and at that point he stands up and just walks up to, you drug him down, Angelias. He walks up to Angelias and gets within 5 feet. Every person I come across can go down a different path than what's seen in front of them. If you want to be an adventurer, if you want to try to figure out how to, you just simply need to walk out that door and start doing it.
If only it was that easy. I'd have done it years ago.
It is that easy.
No, not till you have a father as a consul.
Then maybe this country's just not fit for you then.
Again, sounds like a bit of a dream. Something you'd hear in a novel.
You know how powerful mages get by? Their magic. How they can be in one place and then in another place instantly.
Heard tales, at least.
It's as simple as that. Especially when you know the right people. As he is giving him a grin of how to say it, as like a grin of like, "Hi, I'm right here."
Around this time, there is a dinging of a bell that comes from the east. And at this time, you can also hear Octavius with Lance coming up from downstairs.
Oh, we're so fancy.
It's time for dinner. I should help get ready.
Think about what I said. Don't just think that your father is going to be a barrier between you and your happiness.
I am happy. I'm happy for the life that I've been given. And Father does well by me. He knows what's best for me, I think. Although it's confusing, I think he knows. I'm sorry, but I must take my leave. And he just kind of nods and meets with some attendants who are over by the doorway and heads over toward the dining area.
Yeah, at that point, Odd would go back to the rest of the group, probably collect Ren and Lilith to bring them in as well.
That is a thing you can do. Does everyone gather for dinner?
Yes.
Indeed. You all indeed gather for dinner then. It is a very exquisite space with various statuettes and large paintings made of oil. It is quite a delightful place to eat, where a feast is presented for all of you, and you can dig in a way where the food is so decadent that it's almost a little hard to eat compared to the usual rations and hunting food that you gather on your travels.
Lilith is probably having a fucking great time.
Lilith is not feeling well, and she largely stays quiet, and the servants kind of like give her a recliner to rest herself in when it's clear that she's not feeling well.
Maybe just some soup and bread for her. Maybe not such rich food if we could.
Soup and crackers.
If it's too much after dinner, I think we need to have a group talk.
Well, we're in a group, we're talking. What about?
Well, we're at the dinner table, so not right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, you know.
Just
Also,
eat,
there's a
eat first,
comatose
Lance.
rogue over in the corner.
It's fine.
I like him better when he's comatose, actually.
He just has a big piece of bread in his mouth. He's like, huh?
Now that's fucking red. Yep.
Ah.
This is Ren when he's comatose. Just drew blank.
No, it's actually this.
Oh no.
I can't do their Kermit peak.
Oh, here. I got you. I got you.
Thank you. There,
Deflated.
it's so good.
He's not even sitting at the table. He's just like peeking over it.
But yes.
Actually, no, he doesn't. I'm memeing real quick. He doesn't even come inside. He's just in the window.
Yeah, I was gonna say free.
Look at all that food. That food I could be eating.
Man, Jerry probably wants to steal from this place. Let's.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
That's why I want to give him some time here. Just be like, yo,
I was
just in
gonna
Oh,
be
here.
willing to have him do things retroactively.
Okay,
We're
that's fair.
at rich people's place. You want to steal stuff? I spelled two wrong, and
Want
I
not
put an extra F
steal
on
stuff?
stuff.
However, Octavius speaks up at dinner and says, hopefully, the conversations you were able to have with good Angelius were fruitful enough.
A lot of things have come to light, and well, there's more to be figured out at a later date.
A later date. Certainly not too much, I would hope. And just kind of like gives a chuckle.
Your son's definitely a bright young man. It's been interesting to get to talk to him.
Not much, I believe we all could have said for him. She kind of pats him on the back, and Angeleus gives a meek smile as he tends to his food.
First you know what you must do.
Huh?
Nothing. I'm just teasing Chris.
But Odd doesn't really have like major things to talk about unless the family starts questioning him.
I mean, you have not presented anything to the family, so they would not say anything. They do seem curious what longer your visit could take, but beyond that.
Well, I don't see myself, me and my group staying here more than possibly tomorrow night. There are some things I want to talk over with them tonight, and maybe a little bit more to work out tomorrow, but nothing terribly important or serious as of right now.
They concur to that. They would be willing to give space for your cart off to the in one of the larger fields that you could just make a small little camp as long as you didn't damage the land too bad.
I burn the field and covered in salt.
Oh no.
I cast blight on the entirety of their crops.
Oh no.
Even though I don't have that spell, that's freeze thing.
Hey.
But if you have nothing to do while at dinner, then what is the plan for your evening as the sun begins to set over the western horizon?
Alright, I let Zoe know that, I'm going to talk it over with the rest of the group, but I need you to watch over Lilith until I say it's good for you and her to come in, but I just want to talk it over with them just to make sure that telling her tonight is the right thing to do.
Yeah, I can keep track of her. She's just not doing well, I guess.
I haven't either, and I think it's got something to do with him. She's just like looking up.
Looking up at what?
It just gestures up, like upward, like sky, like you know what I mean.
I don't think so.
As he just pats his arm.
It's just more complicated, you know?
The fact that both of us are getting sick at the same time, it's definitely something to do with him.
I saw.
And I don't think it's going to stop until everything with her gets finished.
Just be careful. If Yami wants something, you know how he is. He doesn't work in straight lines, and, well, he is a trickster god. Just be careful.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to take this every step as I can, as slow as possible.
And just be confident in what you do. Sometimes slow's not the best way, right?
No, but sometimes rushing ahead can get you hurt, or someone else hurt.
She nods and says that she'll go take care of Lilith for you, and heads out to guide her out to the wagon as Ren drives it to the proper place in the fields.
Yeah, so at this point I've got Carista and Lance with me. I think it's about time that I told her about her mom being dead and her dad being trapped.
Oh.
Is that safe to do while she's sick?
I think it's definitely Yami that's doing it to both of us. And I'm not sure if it's him trying to say speed things along or what, but I have a feeling it's only going to get worse if I just let things sit as they are.
Do what you think is best.
Just looks at Chris.
Whatever you think we need to do, this is more in your wheelhouse than anyone else's.
Just taking my last, just getting whatever thoughts I can before I take the plunge. This sucks. At that point, Otto call Zoe and Lilith back into the room.
They come with.
Yeah, at that point, Otto get up to Lilith and like get down to her level and just like, I think it's time that I let you know of what I was able to find out about your parents.
You heard from them?
Not exactly. You know the little tricks that I'm able to do, like I was able to create that image, or I've been able to heal whatever problem someone has.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I tried to look and see with that glass ball that I have, if I could have seen your mom or your dad. Your mom, she's not around anymore.
And where'd she go?
She's someplace that none of us can reach yet.
Where? I can go after I get better.
It's more complicated than that. Your mom's now being watched over by the gods.
Yeah,
They're
you
taking,
always said they did.
yeah, but more closely. They're taking care of her now. She got into an accident from when everything was going bad around you. Back home. And she got caught up in it.
She just kind of like weakly keeps her eyes on you. Her eyes are wide though, and she just seems to be intaking the information that is being given to her.
And your dad, he's, as far as I can feel, he's still alive, but he can't come home.
Daddy's alive, but can't come home. And is mommy alive?
No. She's not.
Oh.
And I tried to get in touch with one of my friends who was in a similar position that your dad was, and I don't think there's anything they can do about it.
But he's alive and mommy's not.
Right. And he's just like he's like trying to like hold her by the hands while all this is going on, just try to like reassure her as much as possible.
You do that, and as you do that, she begins to kind of like wriggle her hand within yours. She then like quickly gets up, and one of the attendants who was minding her during dinner quickly hurries over with a wastebasket, and she relieves herself.
Am I having a similar moment as her?
No,
Okay.
you do still feel the residual pain, but it is clearly not as bad as hers.
All right. Hold on. Do I have Oh yeah, no. I'll use the prayer beads however I can. Greater restoration, lesser restoration, whatever I can. Just like on her, just to like make sure she isn't feeling horrible after that.
You give her a greater restoration, and she seems to calm down a bit, but she still doesn't seem quite well. She just kind of like leans back into her recliner.
It pains. It really hurts me. Having learned all of it, but I'm going to do my best to make sure that you can be taken care of, that you'll be safe.
She gives a single nod.
How's she look right now?
Sickly is the best word.
But like emotionally,
Hard to say.
can I insight it?
Sure.
19.
It's definitely a lot to take in. And it seems to have hit her in a bad way at a bad time.
Yeah, but I feel like that sickness wasn't going to go away if I didn't either. What's Zoe doing at these moments? As Odd was like trying to get all this out.
And she's paying attention, but is over by the window, like keeping an eye on the situation, but also just looking out upon the greenery outside.
Yeah, no, I guess Odd really doesn't have much else to say. He'll just like stay next to her as much as possible, just to make sure that she's all right and comfort her however he can.
Indeed. Her condition stays largely the same. Eventually, she just says that she wants to go to bed, and Zoe helps her over to the wagon to get her set up so she can sleep optimally.
I hated doing that.
Couldn't have been easy. Anyway, you did it.
No. And I feel like I just made things worse. And Odd is like basically trembling at this point.
Around this time, Miss Claudia Phoenicia comes in. My, you don't look quite well. Are you all right?
It's never an easy thing breaking news to someone, something that they don't want to hear.
I can imagine how frightful that must be. We can avail you of any wine or herbal remedies that we may entrust upon you if you are feeling so.
No, it's just... And he just like looks back at where they exited. That little girl with us has been through a lot.
You
The
did.
news she got. It's not gonna sit well with her.
You already did seem quite ill. You need to perhaps reconsider seeing a physician of some sort.
No physician can help me in the state I'm in right now. I appreciate your kindness, but I'll be fine given time.
She gives a bow of her head, and what am I trying to say? She says to the room that essentially the entertainment of the house for the day is over. So if you guys can head to your places as the family goes to rest.
Sure.
Odd's not gonna sleep. He's gonna. Like, is Lilith in one of the rooms in this house?
No, you guys are sleeping out by your wagon, so you have a traditional
Shit.
campsite there.
Alright. Yeah, no. So he's gonna stay up all night, but he's just gonna like stick near Lilith just to make sure that nothing bad happens.
Do you do anything else with your evening?
No.
Then, with that, I think that's a good place to end it.
Ending off on an
Yeah.
unsettling note. Hog.
As you do.
Oh, well.
Oh, boy.
Do we level up?
You do not level up.
I figured. Somebody had to ask, though.
Hell you will.
We didn't get traumatizing a child XP?
No, not yet.
Okay. We're not done traumatizing the child. Got it.
Exactly.
No, you got
Easy.
you got some XP, but it had to be evenly. But because of how evenly distributed it was amongst the party, it was not quite enough.
Okay.
I didn't traumatize them.
No,
You
but
threatened to
it
kill
had.
parents in an alternate universe.
That was me out of character.
That was
No,
an
no, no.
alternate universe.
No, it's because you didn't. It's because you and Jerry did not have the chance to traumatize the child. That all of the points that were taken from Carist and Odd had to be spread out 50-50 to one to each of you, and that just wasn't enough to bring you over
Man.
the threshold. I'm sorry.
Jerry could have had a fucking heyday with this place.
He's still got a chance.
Yeah, we're not leaving yet. And I'm gonna inform him of everything that happened.
But we are leaving stream, so say goodbye to them.
Goodbye.
Stream.
Jerry.